Okay, folks, so yeah, I highly doubt that by this point we are getting House of Pain, assisted living, essentially family fun night. We're most likely not getting anything until 2026 since the Oval will return on November 4th and should last until, let's see, what I think it's January 13th. So I think that Family Fun Night will probably return mid January of next year because I honestly don't see House of Pain and Assisted Living starting at 8 o'clock and then the Oval starts right after that at 9. I mean, they've done it before a long time ago, but I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe they'll surprise us. But I just wanted to talk about the show again real quick, mainly because yesterday when I posted all those YouTube shorts, the one that quickly blew up was my theory about House of Pain not returning until next year. So I figured let's just kind of do a quick recap about a particular subject. I mean, I know for me, with Zatima ending last week and everything, I'm like, okay, yeah, have Family Fun Night come out because I know the House of Pain won't let me down. That will hold this channel down, and Beyond the Gates will hold my other channel down. And all the while, I can work on my new channel, which hopefully I will be launching by the end of this week. However, that isn't the case. They decided, hey, we're going to bring Sisters back on October 8th, and we're going to bring back the Oval next month. And it's like, really? Like, could you not give us another couple month hiatus of Sisters like you did between seasons 8 and 9? Because even though 9 isn't the best, at least we had a bit of a break, which allowed us to have breathing room to have all these other Tyler Perry projects come out, such as Divorced Sisters, Duplicity, Straw, and other stuff. But now it's like, no, we're just going to keep milking the show for everything it's worth instead of allowing the other shows to kind of take the reins. But with House of Pain, I know the show is going to continue to do well on the channel because people are still invested in the Calvin, Miranda, Laura, and Ella stuff. And so am I. And not just because those videos do 10K views easily, but it's the fact that, okay, we want to know how is this going to end. Now, if memory serves, not only have they already filmed the next season of episodes, because remember, we stopped around the midway point of like season 4, hang on, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I forgot what season we're in. But essentially, there's still half a season left, plus an additional season that's already been filmed. So basically, we're just sitting here like, okay, so when are we getting more episodes? But Laura is going to be in the next season, meaning that it is most likely that Calvin and Laura's supposed wedding is not happening this season. It's going to be something that I guess occurs next season. But the question is, will Laura and the Paynes make peace? Now, when it comes down to it, I think we can all agree that when we look at the character of Laura, or Ella specifically, she's been talking about how I just don't like her. There's just something, I just don't like Laura. And after watching some old clips of a House of Pain, on social media and whatnot, it just has me going, maybe it's just Ella, aside from being old fashioned and not really thinking divorce is the right route to go. I feel like when you really think about it, her and Laura started off on the wrong foot. And keep in mind, her and Calvin aren't even married yet. And Ella is already seeing, red flags and not really wanting to connect with her. But I think this is low key her own kind of cold, distant, and disrespectful way of going, you know what? I'm not really feeling her because Miranda is still my daughter in my mind, even if it isn't official on paper. And I kind of feel like that sums up Ella pretty well. Because I love those Instagram pages like HOP and AL, basically House of Pain and Assisted Living. There are several Instagram pages out there. And their whole thing is posting various clips from not only recent episodes of House of Pain on BET, but even throwbacks. Like, let's say there's a callback in one episode, and then they'll post a clip from, oh yeah, they're referencing House of Pain season 4 episode whatever. And I love how they did compilations where they showcase, all the various times Miranda and Ella have been at odds. And I just feel like Ella just is at the point where, you know what, I don't feel like readjusting. I don't feel like starting over with a new daughter-in-law when I already have one, the mother of my grandchild. Because it reminds me of, some comedians and whatnot talking about how, I ain't ever getting married again. Like I'm in my late 40s, 50s and whatnot. Or I don't want to get back into the dating world because I don't feel like starting over. Like, what's your favorite color? When I love my woman who knows me. Someone who knows when, I need somebody that knows I'm about to have a stroke or something, as opposed to someone who doesn't know how to cook or whatever. It's like, I can't have more than one woman, that's a headache in itself. So I just feel like when it boils down to it, Ella just does not want to go through the legwork of recalibrating or getting used to a new daughter-in-law, especially when it's someone as semi-problematic as Laura. But when you really think about it, on some level, Laura was correct in that the Paynes never really gave her a fair shake. It's almost like she felt like it was her against everyone. But unfortunately, they've really ruined her character by her negligence, the inability to see, hey, while I might have valid feelings about the way I've been treated, I also was the one who instigated the situation at Miss Ella's house when I came in there with an attitude, which is completely true. I mean, I feel like more people will be sympathetic to Laura, even if you don't like her. I know most people are like, get rid of her, Calvin and Miranda forever. But you can't deny that there is truth, because even Ella did admit to, was it Curtis? Because I know she acted like she was innocent, like when Laura's mom came to meet her for the first time. And it's like, yeah, I work at the church and everything, but yeah, you've also admitted to keeping your distance and not getting to know her because you don't like her. That's fact. And then you just act, even though Laura is blind to her own accountability or blind to her own fault in the situation going down the way it did, Ella is just a play in your face Christian in terms of acting all innocent, like I love everybody, I love the Lord, but behind closed doors and not to this person's face will you tell them the actual truth. It's just like, it's funny how in House of Pain, Ella's like, I don't like her, I just don't. And people like, Jeremy, you can't just go up to somebody and say that and expect things to be okay. That is fair. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it, even though it's not really an easy thing to figure out how exactly do you tell someone you don't like them. Well, it's easier said than done, like if it's a coworker or someone who gets on your nerve versus someone who's about to marry your child. But then you look at Fatima and Sisters recently and the whole thing about her feeling relief over Karen's stillborn being Zach's. It's like, dang, you took a beloved character and gave him one of the coldest lines in the show that seems out of character. How do you come back from that? So I really do hope that when the show returns, either next month, the month after that, or next year, we get some real conversations instead of just beating around the bush. But hey, the longer you stretch it out, the more I can talk about, the more views I get. I'm cool with it. But I'm just talking about from a development story, a development perspective. I'd really love for Ella and Laura to have a real talk. But then again, Laura, for as much as Ella is hiding her true feelings, you can't deny that Laura has a bad temper. And the moment she feels like she isn't heard or her feelings aren't validated, she will blow up, stand up, and slam the door on the way out. So, with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.